We live in an increasingly noisy world. The constant drone of traffic, household appliances, music, television, and sounds in public places is disturbing sleep and increasing stress levels for many people. Escaping noise is a modern-day challenge, but doing so could be essential to our well-being. The power of silence is scientifically proven when it comes to the benefits it can offer our minds and bodies. In 2011, the World Health Organization, WHO, released a report that studied the impact of environmental noise from planes, trains, and vehicles, and other community and leisure sources. The 10-year study looked at links to health outcomes such as cardiovascular disease, sleep disturbance, cognitive impairment in children, annoyance, and tinnitus. It found that in Western Europe alone, the total burden of health effects from environmental noise was greater than 1 million years of healthy life lost collectively each year. This figure does not even include the impact of industrial noise pollution in workplaces. Indeed, modern life is full of noise. There are sounds from the environment and a general lack of quiet that comes with a hectic life. Distractions and interruptions during the day have now become the norm, adding to the noise in our lives. Even sounds we are not aware of, particularly those sounds which we hear when we are asleep, can have a tremendous impact on our well-being. The human ear never goes to sleep and is constantly listening to sound. It is a sensitive organ, and while we are deep in slumber, the ear is still picking up and transmitting sound to the brain. The brain receives electrical signals of sound and promptly activates a stress response in the amygdala, neurons responsible for processing fear and emotions, with the immediate release of cortisol, along with elevated blood pressure and heart rate. In fact, studies show that exposure to nocturnal sounds can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Long-term exposure to noise can lead to a variety of health issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, sleep problems, tinnitus, and cognitive impairment in children. Furthermore, noise also causes stress, anxiety, depression, and fatigue in both humans and animals. Noise expert Bernie Krause says that the incessant sounds of modern-day living are making people unhappy and driving them to take sleeping pills and antidepressants. The benefits of silence. Our lives are busy, and a few minutes of silence is a rare treat for most people. Many of us don't get to embrace silence as much as our world has become increasingly digitized, and we are more dependent on our devices. Many of us are constantly on. Even conversations with family members, work colleagues, kids, and friends do not give us the respite we need from noise. In fact, it just adds to the mental clutter going on in our minds and creates more frustration, anger, and an imbalance in our physical and mental health. The obvious answer is to take a break from external noise and internal chatter and aim for some silence and solitude. But for some people, silence can be uncomfortable and scary as they are left alone with their worrisome thoughts, which can be stressful. For others, the fear of silence can be profound because they are now used to a noisy world. The power of silence. 4 benefits of cultivating peace. Silence is important for our health and well-being, just as exercise and nourishment are. So, what are the benefits of silence and how can the power of silence help us? 1. Stimulates brain growth. 2 hours of solitude and silence every day could potentially rejuvenate your brain. In a 2013 study, scientists exposed mice to 3 types of sound, including baby mouse calls. They included silence as a control and expected baby mouse calls to stimulate development of brain cells. To their surprise, scientists found that 2 hours of silence per day prompted greater healthy brain cell growth in the hippocampus, an area of the brain responsible for memory formation, learning, motivation, and regulation of emotional responses. 2. Improves sleep and fights insomnia. The importance of quiet sleep cannot be stressed enough, as it helps restore the body and the mind, and is important for your physical, emotional, and cognitive health. 3. Improves memory. 10 to 15 minutes of sitting in silence can boost your memory. The remarkable memory-boosting benefits of quiet contemplation also have positive implications for those who have a neurological injury, such as a stroke, and may release a latent capacity to learn and recall for people with amnesia and some sorts of dementia. 4. Relieves stress. Stress can disrupt the natural processes of your body, but taking a break and embracing the power of silence can lower blood cortisol level and adrenaline and relieve stress. To see more further detail, see the description of these videos.